I've been to Gordon Ramsay's pizza restaurant and I now want to recreate one of the pizzas I had there because it's one of the very best I've ever eaten. Gordon Ramsay has a chain of pizza restaurants around London and elsewhere with a bottomless buffet of pizza slices. They cook it and then bring it round and say, do you want more? And you go yes or no, and you keep going until you can't eat no more. You might have seen this recently on Beard Meats Food, the guy who, despite his slim frame, manages to eat everything in sight. I think when I went, I managed about 8 slices of really good, fresh, hot, tasty, crispy pizza. But let me tell you, when I was walking back to the train station, I felt bloated to the gills, absolutely stuffed. I think Beard Meats Food managed 48.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know how the guy does it. Anyway, they had various pizzas, all the ones you'd expect, margaritas, ham and pineapple, pepperoni, all those sorts of things. But one that really caught my eye and one I absolutely had to try was this chicken and sweet corn one. I've tried it, making it a couple of times now, and it's a banger. So here's how I make it. First, make your pizza dough. I'm using the recipe straight off Gordon Ramsay's website. So this should be the right one, right? Anyway, it's 400 grams of bread flour, a teaspoon of yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, 250 warm water, and combine, and of course knead for 8 to 10 minutes. Really give it a good workout. As you can see, the longer you knead it, the less it wants to tear and it starts to stretch instead. So after about 10 minutes, I'm going to form them into rounds. So I'm adding it to an oil bowl. And leaving it in a warm place to rise for 90 minutes. So instead of a tomato base, here I'm going to use a sweet corn puree base. This sweet corn puree is made with a tin of sweet corn, a couple of heaped teaspoons of creme fraiche, you could use natural yogurt or sour cream here instead, and a squeeze of lemon, maybe half a lemon. You're going to need to taste it. Salt and pepper, whiz it up, and if you feel fancy, push it through a sieve till you get a smooth, clean puree. By the way, this also works really well with black pudding. After 90 minutes is up, get your oven as hot as it will go. Mine's on 250, and if you've got one, I'd recommend a pizza stone or baking stone. Pop that in the oven as well to heat up. If you don't have one, get a sturdy metal roasting tray and turn it upside down and pop it in the oven like this so that it's completely hot throughout the bottom. I'd also recommend forming your pizza on a piece of greaseproof paper. This makes moving it to the oven much easier later on. Once the pizza has had a little crisping up on the bottom, you can remove that greaseproof paper. Then I'm going to add some freshly grated mozzarella, the dry kind, not the wet kind you'd put on a salad. This is one you just buy by the block from every supermarket. Then I'm adding some already cooked chicken. This could be leftovers from a roast, or as here, I've bought it ready cooked from the supermarket. Some chopped fresh spring onion, and slices of chorizo. Make sure they go on the top so they start to go gnarly and crispy and release their juice. Pizza of that size really should take 4 to 5 minutes, depending how hot your oven got. And you can see here just how puffed up and crispy it is. and all those toppings have turned gnarly. The chorizo's starting to crisp. We've got some black spots there, leoparding, cool kids call it. We've got a nice base as well. Nice and thin, but plenty puffy. In a perfect world, I would now scatter over some coriander leaves, some fresh coriander over the top there. If you don't like coriander, parsley as well. But my shops were out of both, so I'm going without today. Needless to say, it's going to be tasty. Let's give it a try. So there we go. Got all that starting to colour cheese, some starting to crisp up spring onion, gnarly bits of chorizo, puffy crust. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Let's get inside it. It's such a great combo. The chicken and the sweet corn is absolutely amazing. And I'm really pleased I discovered it. Not sponsored in any way by Gordon Ramsay or his pizza restaurants. I just popped along there with some colleagues and had a great lunch and came away inspired, and that's what I really love about eating out, is coming away inspired. Excellent. I've got some more restaurant dishes over there you might want to try, but I'm going to finish this.